afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our special Mother's Day virtual fireside chat, The Strength She Carries. I'm Dr. Nikki Clarke, founder of the Nikki Clarke Show, Quinty Vibes Live, and the Nikki Clarke Network. And it's truly an honor to be your host for today's meaningful conversation. So today we gather to celebrate the strength, resilience, wisdom, and impact of women, mothers, mentors, caregivers, leaders, entrepreneurs, and those who stand in the gap for mothers every single day. Behind every strong woman is often a story of perseverance, sacrifice, healing, courage, and faith. This fireside chat was created to provide a safe and empowering space for authentic conversations about leadership, purpose, wellness, motherhood, entrepreneurship, and personal growth. And we are honored to be joined by an incredible group of panelists who are making a huge difference in their communities and beyond through their voices, expertise, and lived experiences. And today, they will share not only their professional journeys, but also the personal lessons and mindset shifts that help shape the women they are today. And my hope is that every person watching walks away encouraged, empowered, and reminded that their voice, their story, and their purpose matters. So thank you for joining us. And let's begin this inspiring conversation celebrating the strength she carries. So welcome, everyone. I'm going to go around the room and I'm going to introduce the incredible panelists. And if you can just share a little bit about who you are in about a minute or 2 minutes, that would be fantastic. And then we're going to go to our round of questions. So I want to welcome you all. Our very first panelist is someone who leads with authenticity, compassion, and strength. Please help me welcome Dr. Randi Ward. Welcome, Dr. Randi. Dr. Randi Ward will be coming back online to chat with us, but let's have our next panelist join and share a little bit about herself. Our next guest is a remarkable leader whose work continues to make a meaningful impact in the lives of many. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Iris Nezizwe Mhlanga. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. My name is Iris Nezizwe Mhlanga, and I'm the founder and executive director of the Nezizwe Mother of Nations Trust. I'm based in Zimbabwe, and my organization looks after vulnerable communities and empowers women basically throughout Africa, and we're spreading throughout other regions. I'm an author, an advocate for women empowerment, and multiple award winner as well. Global Shiro, global woman influencer. That's about me in a nutshell.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And then I'd love for you to meet our next panelist. She is a nurse entrepreneur and doing fantastic work, bringing inspiration with everything she does. Please welcome Kimsy K.
Thank you, Nikki, first of all, for creating this beautiful space and having us all here today. Happy Mother's Day to everyone watching and to all these lovely ladies here. It really means a lot to do something so special on Mother's Day weekend. So thank you once again. Talking about myself, my name is Kimsy Elizabeth K. I am a nurse. I started my journey as a nurse, and now I have created a space called Empower Aesthetic Medicine Collaborative, and I empower women and I almost breed confidence in them to let them know it is okay to share space in the world and own it. So my whole role is empowering other nurses and women, just to show it to their children themselves and maybe their parents who never believed in them, and letting everyone know that we belong here and creating that space for ourselves. So I am the founder of Empower Aesthetic Medicine Collaborative, and I do events called Nurses and Needles, and it is deeply rooted in education first, anatomy, and things that you need to do to feel more empowered in your day-to-day, in your personal and your professional life. So thank you for having me again.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. Our next panelist is a renowned wellness expert, and her work has inspired people around the world to prioritize their health and healing and overall well-being. Please welcome Dr. Liza Egbogah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Liza, and I am the founder and designer at Dr. Liza's Shoes, which is a line of women's shoes which are extremely fashionable, but actually good for you. And that stems from my work as a chiropractic doctor and an osteopath, where I treat patients to help them feel better, move better, and I also have an aesthetic practice where I help people look better as well. I contribute a lot to the media as a health and wellness expert, and I am a mom to a 12-year-old boy, Benny.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm a proud owner of Dr. Liza shoes. I wear them as much as I can, especially with long days of standing. They are the most comfortable shoes I own. So thank you very much. Our next panelist is a woman who is a money mindset coach, and her leadership and compassion and commitment to empowering others continues to leave a lasting impact. Please welcome Jacqueline Blair.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Nikki, for having me here today. I'm truly honored to be amongst these great women to honor Mother's Day. As you mentioned, my name is Jacqueline Blair. I am a money mindset coach working with women of color entrepreneurs in particular. And I have a very special place in my heart also for helping mothers who are navigating this entrepreneurial journey. And so I specialize in helping women to heal their relationship with money, emotionally and psychologically, so that we can continue to rise up and build the wealth that we all deserve and that we all want to thrive in this world together. I have a program that I run called the Wealthy Black Woman Intensive, and I am also the founder of the Wealth Healing Room. And yeah, I'm so proud to be here and looking forward to our further discussions.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And we'll just back to Dr. Randi Ward to give her a few minutes. She's available to share about her accomplishments. Dr. Randi?
I apologize. I hit the unmute, but I must have hit it again and muted myself. Anyway, okay, I'm Dr. Randi Ward from Atlanta, Georgia, USA. I'm a retired educator who wears many hats and has reinvented myself over my years. I never retired. I'm now a best-selling author, editor of 3 magazines, book writing coach, African animal advocate, world traveler. I do many things in my life because I'm passionate about so many things. I love tutoring people. I love working with students. I'm still doing that. And my legacy, I hope, is all the books that I've written, because I have 4 personal books and I'm in 53 anthologies. I know that's crazy, but I love to write. So that's what I do. So hopefully someday people will read and be inspired by the life lessons I have to share with them.
I love that. Thank you so much, Dr. Randi. All right. And again, I wish you all very happy Mother's Day. So we'll go to our first question. And the question is, can you share a defining moment that shaped the woman you are today? So I'm going to ask Kimsy to answer this question.
All right. Well, I think it's a very heavy, loaded, and emotional question, but I'm going to try to answer that to the best of my abilities. I personally feel a defining moment in my life was the day I decided that I have to break generational cycles, because we don't realize for women there are these patterns that's been ongoing. And there were some strong women in the past, and they have done the work in the past, and we've gotten to where we have gotten. But there is still so much lack in the society where women are supposed to be felt small or submissive, even though they say there's equality. I felt like that was still lacking. I'm a mother of two beautiful sons, and I was going through a very rough patch in my married life. And it took me 16 years to take that leap of faith and deciding that enough is enough.
Yeah.
I'm not going to dull my shine so I can make somebody else shine it brighter. That's not on me. And it's the society pressure that actually turned an advantage for myself, where I said, I am not going to follow these rules because these are man-made. Women should not be felt a certain way. And I had to set an example for my boys. So that was a defining moment for my life to where I am today in my life. Deciding that I don't want my boys to witness this and then treat their partners or their wives, future girlfriends like that, and think it's okay to treat them poorly without respect and treating them submissively. The day I decided I want to end that cycle, that was the defining moment of my life. And I knew I signed up for a very massive assignment, which I'm still working on, but I wouldn't do it any other way. So just shifting my thought process, not to put up with things because the society wants you to be put in that mold. I decided to break the mold and move forward, creating and balancing my own mold. It was hard, but I did it, and I'm going to continue doing it for my future, for my nieces, for my future nieces. I don't have daughters. I wish I could set an example for her, but I hope I'm setting an example for my daughter-in-laws, future daughter-in-laws, my son's girlfriends, and, for other women who are maybe remotely somewhere come across this, giving them that little strength I could, that this is the moment where you can do this. If I could do it, you could do it as well. So yeah, that was my defining moment. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you so much for that fantastic sharing. And Dr. Liza, same question, please.
So my defining moment actually came long before I was even a woman. So at age 13, I was in an international school in Malaysia, and we had an award ceremony every year for different groups. Sorry about that. This little interruption. I'm sorry. So we had an award ceremony every year for different groups. And it was, the best in math, the best in science, and that person got to walk across the stage and get an award. So the night of the awards, I was like in bed crying because I actually wasn't invited to this award ceremony. And I thought, how could I not be invited to the award? Like, who got more than 100% in math? Who got more than 100% in world studies? I thought I should be there. So then the next day, I was called to the principal's office, and they called me they're like, oh, you missed the ceremony last night. And I was like, I wasn't invited. I didn't receive an invitation. And they said, oh, well, I guess that must have been a mistake. So we just invited you here to pick up your awards. And then when I went home, I told my parents, I'm like, you see, I knew I won those awards and they didn't invite me. And they're like, you know what? We have to, give you the honest truth. The reason why they didn't invite you is they didn't want to see a Black girl walking across the stage and accepting all the academic awards. So that was a defining moment because I thought, oh, wow, so it's going to be a hard road ahead. So no matter how good you do, how much you accomplish, people won't want you to be seen. And that's the moment where I thought, I was a very shy, introverted, studious girl that I had to actually step out of my shell and I had to be seen because I was the only one who could make myself be seen. They might not want to see me walk across the stage, but I was going to make my own stage to walk across. So that moment has stayed with me since and has directed a lot of where I've gone in life. So that's the only reason that girl now would be on TV or be out there and starting businesses and being as, big as she is when she's really, really quiet and timid inside.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. It was really a moment where you felt, this was the test to be bold. Yeah. And to be Dr. Liza. Yeah, was more from that. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, we'll go to question 2. And the question is, what does the strength she carries mean to you personally? And this goes to Dr. Iris.
I think it's a bit twofold in my own situation. The strength she carries. I work with vulnerable communities, and a lot of people look up to me. And you know what they say when they say it gets lonely at the top. So, the more you rise, the fewer people that can come with you. And I have a small, small circle that I truly depend on. And that's my strength, my support system, my sisters. Lucinda, Yolanda, my team. Those are the few people that I get my strength from. And when you look after 5,000 people, it gets really heavy. The pressure gets really hard and really heavy because a lot of people are looking up to you for answers, for solutions, and we cannot always get it right. I've got my way of doing things, other people have got their way of doing things. But then there's also that pressure from society to say, no, you should do this way, and you should do it this way, or you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. It gets really heavy. So I get my strength from my support system, my sisters. Dr. Randi is actually one of them. And it's just having a support system, that can pick you up when you fall down, walk certain roads with you and give you the strength to move on.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Thank you. And the same question, Dr. Randi.
And I'm unmuting myself this time. Okay. Like Dr. Liza, I also grew up kind of shy and withdrawn because of an alcoholic father who was very abusive to me. So my first husband, Bill, who passed away in 2019, told me I was beautiful and could do anything I want. And because of him, I became the strong woman I was meant to be. But I also suffered a lot during my life. At the age of 15, I had a serious left knee injury that left me paralyzed and unable to walk for 5 years. The doctors told me I would never, ever walk again. I'm stubborn. I taught myself. It took me a year, but I taught myself. Also, in 2014, I had a terrible car accident that I was not supposed to survive. I had 8 broken bones, including my neck and my arm. I had to wear a neck brace for 93 days, a cast in my arm for 2 months, 8 months of physical therapy, but I survived. And during that time, instead of giving up and being weak, I decided to write my first novel. It took me 8 months during that time I was suffering to write it, but I wrote my first novel, Random Wanderings. So I consider those personal miracles that told me that I could do anything. Strength that I carry is from my mental ability and my strength to overcome anything, any obstacle that gets in my way. Being mistreated as a child, all my physical injuries, but here I am at 76, speaking to all of you and still living all of my dreams. So that's my strength.
I love that. And you look amazing.
Thank you.
Don't tell anybody that age, as you look phenomenal.
It's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much. We'll go to our next question on leadership and purpose. And the question is, how have you navigated challenges while staying aligned with your purpose? And this goes to Jacqueline.
Thanks, Nikki. So navigating challenges definitely comes with life in general and being a woman. There's always going to be multiple challenges that come along the way. And venturing into entrepreneurship as well, there are new, for me anyway, roads that I had no idea how to navigate. What I have always been able to do is reconnect to the original reason why I started any journey in my life. So when a challenge comes up, sometimes I do like to zoom out and, just not be too close to the challenge, too close to the problem. They say sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. So I like to zoom out and just remember what is the bigger picture? Where did I start from and why? And allow myself to, again, be re-energized and reignited by that reason. And just remember that I do have a purpose. And so I like to encourage other women to realize that because you're here, I'm here, we're all here. We have a definitive purpose,
Mhm.
and we have the right to try and fulfill that purpose. And so the challenge that comes our way is usually a lesson. It's usually just information that we need to further propel us toward our purpose. And so those are the two things I do. I try and reconnect to my original reason for starting out, re-energize, and to remember that I do have a purpose. That purpose was given to me by God, and I do have a right to fulfill it and pursue it no matter what challenge comes through. And then I push through it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And the same question for Kimsy.
Well, I think Jacqueline, you stole my words. I'm just joking. I think she said it so beautifully. I mean, no better way to put it. So thank you, first of all. But for myself personally, I think one of the biggest things I've learned is the day I realized and I accepted that life is not fair, strangely, that helped me get through challenges. Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? I shifted the narrative and I started asking myself, why is this happening? What is this trying to teach me? As Jacqueline Blair said as well, we can't be just, sitting in one position thinking what's happening and now the challenges are here, but in turn, whatever we're going through, it's to propel us forward and bring us to where we need to be. And I always say this, it's almost like a mantra I say to myself that my soul knows why I'm here. Each of our souls are here for a purpose, and we all know ourselves within ourselves what that purpose is. So just realigning back to that, my soul knows why I'm here has been super helpful to me in my journey. And also that bigger, I don't know, some people call it God, some people call it universe, source, creator. Having faith for me has really helped me staying grounded and move forward through challenges. That centers me big time when you learn to surrender. And when you surrender, acceptance comes in. So let it be. You just got to let go. And when you do that, I think automatically there's this sense of everything will just fall in place. So trusting the process. So for me, these two things have always been huge and that have helped me stay grounded. And also one last thing is the pain. I think the days that I don't feel as strong, because we all can be strong all the time. There are times we run out of fuel in our tank. And I think the days that I go through that, I actually sit with that pain. I feel every ounce of it. Because if we don't address that, it could be in the form of a challenge, and challenges are painful for the most part. When you come to a certain point, I think it's Dr. Iris who said that when you're on the top you feel lonely, and I always tell myself, when you go on top of the mountain, a Ferrari can go there and it only has two seats. A bus can never go to the top of the mountain. So it is lonely, but you know what, it's painful. The challenges are painful, but accepting even the pain and feeling the pain, I think has helped me navigate my way through challenges. And um, I just come back and I tell the world that, I'm back. I was going to say bitch is back. You can cut that out, but I usually remind myself, I was like, I'm back. So it's okay to feel those things and fight through these moments and days and hours, and be it a day for you, 2 days for you, but feeling the pain to me is very important. And then just not putting it under the rug, because if you don't address the pain, it's going to come back as a bigger beast and it's going to haunt you in a more nasty way, and it is only going to cost you more down the line. So I feel like that's my advice to everybody. Don't run away from pain. Feel it. Feel the emotions and let it go. That has helped me navigate challenges.
I love that. I love that. As you shared, Kimsey, about, feeling the pain, um, that's very challenging for a lot of people to
Yeah.
do, to walk in that shadow. But for me, when I get to those moments, I deal with it the same way you do. I walk right through the fire, I sit in it, and I come out with a sense of gratitude that there was a teachable moment through that part of
Yeah,
my journey. Yeah. And then,
absolutely.
I'm
And
given
and
this
mhm.
opportunity to teach it. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And I'm so glad that, it resonates with other women as well. And I always remind myself, diamond only shines brighter under pressure. So it's under pressure we gotta do this so we can come out, stronger and shine brighter. And yeah, I want to blind the rest of the world with my shine. That's what I say to myself. I'm like, yeah, we gotta do this as women. We own this.
So
Thank
I
you. Thank
love
you,
that.
Dr. Iris.
We're not dimming for nobody.
No, no.
All right. Okay, so the next question, what advice would you give women who are trying to find their voice and step into leadership? So that would go to Dr. Iris.
The advice I would have, I think it's what someone else said to me, is go with your heart. Block out the background noise. It's always distractions. Just go with your heart and, feel every moment that you go through, pray about it, meditate, talk to someone that you trust, and at the end of the day, the decision lies on you to go with your gut, go with your heart, follow your heart, and don't be scared. That's what I would say.
Don't be scared.
Be brave. Be brave and shatter those glass ceilings.
Like you've done many, many times. Thank you
for
that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Jacqueline, same question. Thank you.
The advice I would give to women trying to find their voice in leadership, for me, what has always been helpful is similar to what Dr. Iris said, but it would be to follow your inner voice, your intuition. I have thankfully been able to, as I mature and get older, really recognize that voice of my intuition. And we all know that it can be such a soft voice, such a small whisper. And when you don't listen to it, of course, it becomes louder. And I've been able to really pause and just follow that intuition and 100% trust it. Every time that I have done that, it has never steered me wrong. And so when you're trying to step into a new role, new leadership, a new chapter of life, anything like that, I would encourage every woman to really check in with what their inner voice, what their intuition is saying them, because that is your guiding compass. It is trying to steer you the right way. I know for me, I feel like it is the future version of myself calling me to the right path or steering me away from the wrong path. A lot of times I feel like it's the voice of God telling me right or wrong, stopping me or, telling me it's okay to continue. And so I really tune into that and trust it. And the trust part is the tricky part because I know a lot of us, we have a lot of doubts about, whether this is wrong or right, or whether it goes against our family values, cultural values, what other people want you to do or want you to be. And that's where a lot of cloudiness can come in when people are trying to make decisions. But if you can really just tune into that guiding force within you, you won't go wrong, and just trust it as if you have nothing to lose. That is my best advice for any woman navigating that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And the same question that would go to, okay, I think we've answered that question for number 4. Thank you very much, Dr. Iris and Jacqueline. So we will go now to the next question. Many women wear multiple hats. How do you balance your roles while maintaining your well-being? So this goes to Kimsy.
Oh, back to me again. I wasn't ready, but okay. I think for me, I always remind myself that, well, first of all, my girlfriends, my nurse injector friends called me the Energizer Injector Bunny because they're like, you're always going places. You're always like an Energizer Bunny. And, yes, I do come across like that on socials. And I think in today's world, socials is not the real world. It's almost like putting up a facade. And I'm not saying that, there's something wrong with that, but, unfortunately, your number of followers equates to the power that you hold on social media. So I think there's also a part of leadership there where you got to show up. And, you know, what you show to the world is not truly what you are behind the scenes. So you may come across as, oh, you do this, you do that. Yeah, we do all that. And this is such a strong question because we do feel the burnout, and it is hard. And I also feel like it is not linear. The balance, I feel like it doesn't have to be linear. Um, Wanting to hit that, you know, point of this is where I feel my balance after wearing so many hats, I think it's unreal. And I don't think anybody has ever hit that because that fulcrum is always going to be off. So I think finding that balance for yourself is what would matter. And some seasons might come across as heavier than others. And you just have to, again, navigate it through how you would what would work for you. Personally, for myself, meditation helps. Breathing exercises helps. That grounds me. I have a forest right next to my house. That's my haven. I
Nice.
go, I hug a tree. And I do that because that charges me. That's how I pour back into my cup. And we don't realize it historically, or even the way we were originated. Women are givers. We're supposed to give. And we don't realize that, but it's in our innate nature. And sometimes you're not even doing that intentionally. It just happens. So wearing those several hats, it is really hard. But for me personally, I think coming back to, again, you know, meditating, breathing exercises, listening to music, just solitude. For me, those are things that help me. But again, I think this is also where the strength comes in. And I always say that it's not strength is not about falling apart, but it's about continuing to show up for yourself while you're healing. So it's okay to heal and still be strong. And the days that you are not feeling that strength within you, just look in the mirror, look at the woman in the mirror, and you be your own biggest cheerleader. I literally tell myself, I love you, Kimsy. And it was uncomfortable initially looking into my eyes and saying, but I did it a few times. And honestly, it really helps because nobody will ever show up for you the way you show up for yourself. So the emotional resilience, and you know, that is strength to me. And that helps me balance that act of, you know, wearing several hats. And again, back to owning today's not a day I'm not at my best is also okay, a part of, you know, balancing act. So yeah, that's all I got to say for that part.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Dr. Liza, same question.
All right. So you've probably all heard of the analogy where they say on the plane, put your oxygen mask on first before you take care of others. And when you have a role, like for me, I take care of my patients, I take care of my son, I take care of my business, you're taking care of people. The priority is really to take care of yourself first and to prioritize yourself. Because if you're taking care of yourself, that allows you to more effectively take care of everyone else. So to do that, it's really about being quite disciplined in your boundaries and in your structure. So for me, my clinic hours are not set for what might be the busiest time for people to come in. It's set for what works for my schedule. And then, you know, people are like, oh, why would you put your hours at that time? But nonetheless, people, if you put that energy out there, people will fill those times, right? And they're like, oh, she's doing great work. And I'm doing great work. I'm helping people get better faster because this is the time that works for me. You know, I'm not going to see people at 6 a.m. I'm not going to see people at 8 p.m. That doesn't work for me. So when it works for me, that's what works for you. When I put my schedule, like this is when I work out, this is when I work out. That's in the calendar. You can't put something on top of it. I'm not going to move myself out of my priority slot. Or when it comes to, you know, what time is dinner time? What time am I in bed? Because I'm like, I need 3 hours to wind down before I sleep. So that's prioritized. And part of that is boundaries and educating. So that means educating other people. Everyone knows you don't call me after 8 p.m. My son knows that this is the time that I'll be coming down. This is the time that I'm going upstairs. This is the time where you're not going to bother me. And, you know, you set those boundaries and then people just fall in line and they're like, when you are available, then you're happier and also not letting people waste your time. So there are, you being very strict with your time, and I'm very strict. So, if you're late, if you miss something, then I'm like, this is not a good person, because there's certain people or certain relationships that will take out so much energy. And when you have all those boundaries, you can do everything. So even though I have my clinic, I have my shoe business, I have my media stuff, I have my consulting stuff, I'm a mother, I travel, I do all of that, I don't feel tired or worn down just because my boundaries are so strict. So I really think take care of yourself, prioritize yourself, be super strict about your boundaries, and then that will allow you to wear all the hats that you're passionate about and do all the things that you enjoy. And then you actually are enjoying your life because you're doing the things that you want to. You're not letting other people dictate how you're spending your time. So I wear multiple hats.
Yes. Yeah, very, very true. And I'll just add my own kind of epiphany. I was, going through the journey of building my businesses with this idea that rest was the enemy, and that just keep going, put in these hours, say yes at every opportunity, and I ended up very burnt out and very unwell. And then it took me a while through all the hard lessons that rest is actually part of productivity. And like you said, Dr. Liza, and you said this also, Kimsy, boundaries, saying no, prioritizing your self-care. It's extremely important when you're showing up, with 100% for so many people. So you've got to pour that back into yourself. So I agree. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. All right, so we'll go to the next question. And that is, what legacy are you building through your work? And that question goes to Dr. Randi.
Okay. As a published 20-time best-selling author and 14-time best-selling editor with 4 personal books so far, my Egyptian memoir about my life as a teacher during the revolution in Egypt in 2011 and 12, my 2 novels, which actually do focus on African animal conservation, and my first children's book, plus being a co-author of 53 anthologies, an editor of 4 magazines, a YouTuber, blogger, international speaker, Goodwill ambassador, and genuine humanitarian. I hope to leave my words as powerful life messages to future generations. My 4 books are currently in the international public and university libraries in Egypt, Kenya, Pakistan, India, Germany, and the USA. I want global readers to have easy access to my books. I also sat down one day and thought, okay, what do you really want your legacy to be? And this is what I wrote. It's very simple. Lady Ambassador Dr. Randi D. Ward was an admirable citizen of the world, a loving wife, mother, sister, and friend, an ambassador of goodwill and peace who encouraged and taught brotherly sisterly love to the people of the world through her teaching and writing, a dedicated 37-year veteran classroom educator who always inspired her teachers, or her students, to be the best they could be, an animal lover who worked hard to save them from the evils of mankind, a lady who dreamed bigger and worked harder to achieve her life goals. If I can be remembered in that, I'll be happy.
Oh, that is beautiful. Thank you so much, Dr. Randi. And Dr. Iris, can you share your reflection on this question?
My reflection on this question is actually looking inwards. My middle name, Nozizwe, means Mother of Nations. I was named after I was named after the matriarch in our family, and she did exactly what I'm doing now. Before social media, before television, in some village in Mozambique, she did exactly what I'm doing now. And with modern technology and stuff like that, I've just brought it out into the world and spread from Mozambique to Zimbabwe to other countries. So my legacy would be, I think, planting trees that I know I will not sit under, planting trees that future generations are going to sit under hundreds of years from now. And, people are going to say, this tree was planted by Nozizwe. And before her, her namesake did the same. So it's a family journey. It's a spiritual journey that I've taken. I'm just passing the torch on to future generations, and I'm hoping my daughter, my grandchildren will carry it forward. Just being a good person, being that big sister, being a mother to others who don't have that mother figure in their family. So that would be my legacy.
And you're a mother to thousands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
God bless you. Thank you so much. All right, we're coming to the closing round of questions, and I want to thank you again for joining us and listening to the pearls of wisdom from our amazing panelists. So this question goes to all the panelists, and we'll start with Kimsy. What is one message you want every woman watching to walk away with?
That's a beautiful question. Well, first thing first, I think I want every woman watching this to understand that your voice matters. Your presence matters, and you do not need to shrink yourself to belong in powerful spaces. Own your story, own your growth, own your power. That's my message to everybody. And even if nobody believes in you or your growth, believe in your own power, because that is magical. Sometimes becoming the woman you are meant to be begins with just simply deciding that you deserve more. And I think that's where everything changed for me. I deserve more, and that's my mantra. And I will not settle for anything less. And I'll say that to every woman. You do not deserve anything less but the best.
I will love that. Thank you so much. And where can the audience connect with you and learn more about your work?
So Instagram is my boyfriend right now. I mean, I hang out a lot on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram. It's in the chat, Kim.K_ the Bell Suite, and also on LinkedIn, my name Kimsy K. And I look forward to meeting with many powerful women online and continuing talking about these amazing subjects that Nikki, you brought up today. And thank you to you as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I look forward to having you as a very special guest on the Nikki Clarke Show coming up very soon.
That's right. I can't wait. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. The same question goes to Dr. Liza. What is one message you want every woman watching to walk away with?
So I truly believe that every single woman has something great about them, whether it's, something truly great about them. And from that greatness, they should have confidence, because confidence is really the key to a lot. That's the confidence to say no. That's the confidence to shoot your shot. That's the confidence to apply for things. And if you can base that confidence on that thing that you're great at, it can be anything. It could be you're just so great at being nice to people, or you're so great at making toast. Like everyone's great at something, and you have to focus on that and get your confidence from that, because that confidence will open up so many doors and will open up the door to joy in your life. So confidence, because you're great.
Beautiful. And how can the audience connect with you?
So I'll put it in the chat, but my websites are dr-liza.com and drlizashoes.com. And then on social, you can find me at Dr. Liza, or my shoes at Dr. Liza Shoes, or my clinic at The Fix Toronto.
Love it. Thank you so much. And the same question goes to Dr. Iris. What's that one message you want every woman watching to walk away with?
My message to other women who are watching is pour into yourself. Never stop learning, never stop dreaming. Even if you think it's impossible, give it your best shot. Never be afraid to do anything. Try and try and try. Ask questions, learn from others, inspire others. You can't pour from an empty cup. So that's a big one for me. Always take time for yourself, regroup, and come back even stronger.
Wonderful. And how can the audience connect with you?
The audience can connect with me on Facebook, Ambassador Iris Nozizwe Mhlanga, and my charity page is at Nozizwe Mother of Nations Trust, and I'm on Instagram. That's my personal page, my little playground where I relax, at Ms. Iris ZN, and I'm also on Threads as well. I just basically, that's my personal space, but for business, I'm on LinkedIn as well, Ambassador Iris Mhlanga. And yeah, that's about it from me. I'm not active on X or any other platforms. Those are my official platforms.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. And
Yes.
Dr. Randi.
Okay, as a writer, I want to share my message in a poem I wrote, and it's entitled Loving Who You Are. Do not ever forget to love the person you are, and always to continue to reach for your special star. Knowing what you need makes you more compassionate. Knowing what you want makes you more passionate. Looking into your mind makes you so much wiser. Looking into your heart makes you your own advisor. Loving yourself enables you to share your love. This is one perfect result of your unique self-love. Not being afraid to ask for help when this is what you need is definitely totally acceptable and so awesome indeed. Longing to be the best you is an important part of loving you. So love yourself and all that Almighty God has gifted you. And my personal copyrighted lifetime philosophy is believe in yourself. Don't dream big, dream bigger. The sky is not the limit, so reach for the stars. And this is how I've lived my life.
Oh, I love that. Thank you, Dr. Randi. And how can the audience connect with you? That was a beautiful poem. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm a big Facebook fan, so it's just Dr. Randi D. Ward, but I also have a YouTube channel and LinkedIn, and it's just Randi Ward on those. Also, you can connect me with me on randyteach@yahoo.com. I accept messages. I check my email all the time. And my personal website is randydward.com. And Randi is spelled, by the way, R-A-N-D-I, so it's randydward.com.
Wonderful. Thank you. And Jacqueline, what is that message?
So the one message that I would like every woman to walk away with is to remember that whether you intentionally do it or not, we're always leaving an impact wherever we go. We're always making an impression wherever we go, every room we step in, every relationship that we involve ourselves in. And so I want every woman to know that you have the right and the power to direct that and leave the impact that you would intentionally like to leave, not something that you are reacting to because you left the power to others in relationships or in rooms. And we have the right to do that. We have the right to purposely leave this world better than the way we found it, or just leave our unique touch in some way. And so I want every woman to remember that you can harness that power within you. And it does not have to look the same as anyone else. We're also unique. A lot of us I know are plagued by comparison and doubts. And if you can just remember that your uniqueness is your gift, and it has nothing to do with anyone else, but when you intentionally harness that gift and intentionally curate how you want to leave a space, you will step into your purpose even more intentionally. So really, that's one thing I want every woman to remember, that whether you decide to direct it or not, you're always leaving an impression. You're always impacting somebody. Somebody is watching you. Somebody's listening to you. And so remember that that is your responsibility to ensure that what you are putting out is what you intend to put out, because it will be absorbed. It will be impactful in some way. And I believe that most women, like every woman, we have something beautiful to give to somebody. And when we can actually step into that, that has such a ripple effect. It can literally go through generations and never ending. And so I want every woman to know that we each carry that power that has been given to each of us.
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
How can people connect with you?
So I'm primarily on LinkedIn. You can find me there, just Jacqueline Blair. And I'm also on Instagram. It's _ Jacqueline Blair. And I do coach every month as well. I'm the money mindset coach in the Black Women Collective, located in the Greater Toronto area. So anyone can find me there as well if they'd like more information, coaching about healing their relationship with money through my money mindset work.
Beautiful. Thank you again. All right, as we come to the close of today's Mother's Day Fireside Chat, the strength she carries, I just want to sincerely thank each of our incredible panelists for sharing your wisdom, vulnerability, experiences, and powerful insights with us today. To Dr. Randi Ward, Dr. Iris Nzizwe Mhlanga, Kimsy K, Dr. Liza Egbogah, and Jacqueline Blair, thank you for showing us what strength, grace, resilience, leadership, and purpose truly look like. Your words have encouraged, empowered, and inspired us in ways that will stay with many long after today's conversation. And I also want to thank everyone who's joined us virtually, whether you're a mother, a mentor, a caregiver, an entrepreneur, a leader, or someone simply navigating life one day at a time. I hope today reminded you that your story matters, your voice matters, and your strength matters. And as we celebrate Mother's Day weekend, let us continue to honor not only the women who give life, but also the women who nurture, uplift, protect, lead, and stand in the gap for others every single day. May we continue to support one another, walk boldly in purpose, prioritize our well-being, and create spaces where women feel seen, heard, valued, and empowered. I'm Dr. Nikki Clarke, and I thank you again for being part of this meaningful conversation. God bless you all. I love you. Happy Mother's Day. Bye for now.